Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while. Dotto was on vacation, so we weren't filming last week, and we left the bike in quite a sorry state. So we have a lot of work to do. Today we're gonna be unboxing another piece of the subframe that's gonna actually replace this plastic piece right here, because we weren't happy about that, and Manny actually happened to have a carbon one, so it was a perfect place to stop and start back up again with the subframe. It's gonna be a lot of work, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it, so sit back, relax, and let's get this video started. All right, first order of business, we got Big Titty Teens here for the unboxing. It is early in the morning, so I apologize if my voice sounds weird. Whatever, for us it's early in the morning. 10:30 on a Saturday, yeah, come on, that's early. So we're unboxing it. Oh, look at this. Use code Campisi for a discount on your next order. Moto Million knows what's up. And notice they didn't write code Khalil on there, teens. How's that feel?
I gave that up.
How does that feel that I'm your favorite, or that I'm their favorite?
I let you win. I gave it to you.
I would never challenge Big Titty Teens to any type of
Competition?
Yeah, competition.
Especially in cornhole, because I just kick your ass.
Whatever. I won like 4 or 5 games last time. Moto Million, baby. This should be the full carbon under tray, which I didn't even really know existed, and I haven't even really seen one of these before. So I believe this is a very rare carbon part for the bike. I haven't seen anyone even do a carbon rear subframe on this bike, especially because it's a race subframe. So Dotto's gonna have to do some serious work to get this to work properly for the bike. But I'm really excited. Like I said, we have the carbon subframe that we're gonna do. That's probably gonna be another episode or 2 to finish. Then we have a whole braking setup, including carbon fiber brake lines, nickel plated front and rear calipers. We're changing this to underslung caliper, new rotors, and then yeah, we have a bunch of other parts. But I think next month our aim is to finish this bike next month. So if you haven't already, go sign up on Patreon, patreon.com/CampisiCustoms. You can be entered to win this bike when it's done. It's going to be one of the most insane street legal R1Ms in the entire world. And here we go. Look at that. That's what we needed. Holy crapola. You want to grab the plastic one? Yeah. Dotto's excited. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look at the, there you go, perfect. Look at the difference. Are there any weight difference?
They're so angry.
Yeah, they are angry. Is there weight difference, teens? Probably not, huh?
No, they're very similar.
Okay. Well, that looks awesome. That makes me very, very happy. Yeah, because even though the subframe was carbon, this plastic piece covered up a lot of it. So it was kind of like a,
pointless,
what's the point? Yeah, kind of mod. Obviously it's shaved pound, but yeah, now it's all gonna be carbon. Like the whole back of the bike is gonna be all carbon. So that makes me very, very excited. So, okay. Dotto, it's in your hands.
Carbo Moto.
Oh, is that the company?
Yeah, that's the company right there.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't full 6, so this is the only piece that we've used that isn't full 6 for a long time. So there you go.
And the rear subframe.
Carbo motor. Yeah, both of those is what I meant. Cool. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is test fitting the lower carbon piece to the carbon subframe and just seeing how it fits, because I remember when we were working with the plastic piece. Oh my god.
I don't want to pull it too hard.
Yeah.
But this is where this.
When we were working with the plastic piece, there were some parts that didn't actually fit perfectly, so we had to snip off one of the. Oh, okay, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, this needs to go.
Oh, there's the scary part. Pulling carbon.
You
oh
can't,
my gosh.
Yeah, you can't slide it in like the plastic one as easy. So we're gonna.
There it is.
One side.
Are we gonna keep this on, Dotto? Can we do the work with it on?
If it fits snug, yes, but
how's it
I
looking?
already see a little issue.
That's so far away.
There's.
Yeah.
And it's down here, like.
Oh yeah.
See, like if you push it.
Oh
like,
yeah. So what does that mean? Oh my gosh.
We may have to trim a couple of things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, we'll look this over and then let you know. So we looked everything over. Most of the stuff lines up, which is good. There is one trouble area right here.
Yeah, so the subframe, the way that the carbon lays, this bracket here, or this lip, it's actually, when they lay the carbon, there's clear coat and carbon and resin here. So no matter what I do, this bracket just hits very far out. It's like more than a 1/4 inch out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to snip that one off. There's no way for me, and that's just a small little what's it called? retainer that goes there, and unfortunately we can't use it there.
There's 6 other points of contact.
There is,
so.
and I plan on doing double-sided 3M
Yeah.
tape, also to keep it from vibrating because it's carbon on carbon.
Yeah.
There's a little tab here that unfortunately hits before anything can line up. So, and the weird thing is we had to trim the plastic when we were originally going to use it for that subframe, for this subframe as well. So this tab on this side does not, it hits, and then this one hits here. You can see how these are so far apart.
I'm guessing that this piece is probably made for the stock subframe, would be my guess. Probably not many people do this.
The stock subframe is very squared off. So we're going to zip those tabs off on both sides, make sure these things line up as much as possible. And we also have, I checked the taillight fits really nice. And I also have one hole to drill through the subframe here for the mount. And then this is going to be a little tough for the license plate because there's no markings, so we're just gonna have to work with that. So I'd like to get everything cut, trimmed, drilled, and dry fit again. And then when we're ready, I'll put the 2-sided 3M tape on it, and then we should be good to rock and roll, put the rest of the stuff back together.
Sounds good. So before we start trimming stuff, we're gonna transfer over this.
Actually came off fairly decent. I lost a little bit there, but
comes with some really sticky tape on there. It's gonna, I think it just keeps from like this stuff rubbing and rattling. So we figured let's just use it. Oh, we never did weigh these, huh?
No.
Yeah, my guess would be like a few ounces probably. Actually, let's put them on the scale. All right, stock one's on there. Like I said, I think they're almost identical, 11.2 ounces. Here's the new one. 11.3 ounces.
Probably because we put the foam on.
Oh, yeah, so they're probably identical.
Literally, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I mean,
so good job, Yamaha.
Yeah.
The subframe.
It's magnesium, that's why.
Yeah, subframe and the
under tray.
Yeah, and the under tray.
So we saved 1 pound technically from the carbon subframe. But okay, cool. All right, snipping off the tabs right here. And we're gonna pray that this all fits properly. And look, he's wearing a mask. That's an impressive cut right there. Boom. I'm gonna do that one last tab and then we're good to go. All right, so he's test fitting it right now. And it fits a lot better.
Way better.
There's just one little spot, right?
Yeah, so if you look on this side, when everything lines up, this tab and this tab have just a little bit of clearance, which is what we want. This side, however, hits right here, right on carbon on carbon there. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this just a tiny little bit. Actually, instead of trimming it, I'm just going to take my little Dremel grinder and just kind of just enough for that to clear.
Okay. Perfect. But yeah, it fits a hell of a lot better. So we're getting there. All right, you got that trimmed, and look at that.
Everything sits nice and flat.
Yep, and the reason why he wanted to make it look nice is because you'll actually see this on the bike too. So it looks nice and factory, and now we can move on. All right, so he's got a mark there. We've got it clipped down. He's gonna drill this thing. Oh, that's scary. Easy peasy.
Like a glove.
All right, so he got the piece, or the, I don't even know what this is, plastic screw.
It's just a clip.
Yeah, clip. And then that's holding that in place. Now we're gonna work our way down and drill the rest of the holes. Look at this nice little drill bit set he's got there. So he's testing the bits against the stock subframe so he gets the holes right. Smart man.
This is the next hole we got drilled right here.
Holy cow. All right, so the next thing we need to do is add all of these holes in the upper area here, and he also has to drill this big hole in the middle, and he's gonna do that in this area right there. And in order to do that, he's looking for the right size.
We might have to use the same one actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You think the other? Oh, because the harness doesn't fit through that one.
Yeah, and look at this size difference. You know, so.
What are these called?
It's a hole saw kit.
Never seen one before.
It's got a drill bit for the pilot for the center, and then you just figure out what size you need, and then that just goes on there.
That's
and then
pretty cool.
The pilot hole keeps everything straight, and then this piece drills your big hole.
So because the tolerances are so tight on this, we actually measured the stock one. There's 1 1/4 to the center of the hole, so now he knows. Because if he puts this too far down or actually up either, we won't have enough space to drill the other holes.
And it's 1 inch on center, so I got that dead on.
Perfect. All right, no going back after this. There we go. Boom. There you go. Finished product. Literally perfect. Now it really does look like a face, Dado was saying. So we're gonna feed the wires through, and then we'll set the tail tidy on there, and now we'll know where to drill the holes for the tail tidy. Yeah, I'll put those in there. There you go. Oh man, how's that supposed to fit?
Like this.
Oh, it goes underneath?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
It's okay.
Okay, Dado got all 3 holes drilled, I guess 4 if you count the center, and then those are the spacers he added, and now we should be, we realized it doesn't actually slide underneath, it goes over top of everything, so he slid everything up a little bit so it doesn't hit against here, and now we should be able to put the tail tidy on.
And these spacers don't come with it. I just found them.
He found those, thank God.
In my box of goodies.
But it's just bolt-ons.
It's just bolt-ons.
Alright, so those spacers that Dado grabbed ended up working out perfectly. He can tighten everything down. He added Loctites to all of these bolts as well, just to be safe. And he's got to be really careful with how much he tightens this thing, just enough so they don't move around, but not too much that it could
crack the carbon.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna get these tightened down, make sure everything's straight, nice and straight, and then look at that, we had a custom-made license plate bracket holder on a piece that's supposed to be a racetrack piece. And since we've been like deep into this, I haven't even really looked at all of this yet, but dude, it's gonna look incredible. It's gonna be worth it. It's a lot of work, but it's gonna be worth it. All right, there's the finished license plate on the other side. It looks phenomenal. And the next problem that we have is this right here, which is that the, what's this for?
It's a battery tray.
Oh, battery tray.
And then it has all the clips for the wires and stuff. So there's this little module that's underneath the battery, and the bolts stick out at the bottom.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that hits the carbon.
Of course.
So I'll have to zip those off. I'm gonna do that really quick, and then we'll see how it fits.
Okay. All right, here we go. Don't kill yourself. Moment of truth. How was it?
Wow, fits perfect.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that makes me very happy. I was worried about that.
Perfect clearance.
Okay, now what?
These washers and bolts
We're gonna
go
attach
through.
that?
We are going to attach it.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we got all of those bolts in and tightened down. That's all good to go. And now it's tail light. So we slid that in there.
Yeah, sits right in like that.
And then what holds that in?
There's honestly just 2 little clips.
That's hilarious.
That's all that holds the entire taillight in.
That's crazy. Look at this, guys. We're getting stuff done. Yeah. This feels good. And then the tail light also has another bracket that kind of looks like a little TIE fighter. I didn't show you when I picked it up to put it in there, but yeah, it didn't line up perfectly, so we did have to bend it a tiny bit, but luckily it's plastic, so we can make it work. And I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but these silver Allens are the ones that come with the bike. Yeah, look at that. He's been using them to put the whole bike back together. Just 2 Allens. We're not even gonna put those back in there.
They actually go.
Oh, okay.
They go like.
I was gonna say if they're flopping around.
No, they go like this.
Okay.
They clip in
You
here.
need to keep using them, right?
Yeah, I mean these are nice tools.
All right, taillight clips right there.
And little nipples.
Going in, barely fitting. Thank God, everything. I was honestly worried at one point whether or not we could even do this. Honestly. Yeah.
Don't doubt me.
I don't doubt you. I doubt
the fitment of shit.
Yeah, and just the fact that it's a race subframe. It's not built for
it was
like
not
to have
made for
street.
half the stuff.
Yeah. So.
And I'm not sure. Like I looked online, but have you ever seen this? The rear subframe and this piece together?
I haven't.
On any R1?
Yeah, I've never seen it done. If you guys have seen it done, let me know, but I think this has got to be one of the first, especially for a street legal bike. So, what's next?
So essentially at this point, the only thing that we really have left is to slide the subframe on, put the ABS lines through it.
Okay.
There's these tail section pieces.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't put them on yet is because there's a couple of different areas where it might need a little bit of attention, and I like to put these on when it's on the bike. It's a lot easier.
So we can start attaching it to the bike?
Yeah, because this brace here and the fuel tank and everything else, yeah, we can do all that after.
Okay.
The rear brake lines and the distribution block get bolted on. This is the factory subframe here. There's little rubber grommets. You have to pull these metal spacers out from the center, and then these just pop out, something like that. Sausage fingers. Right now. Yeah, like that. And then we're gonna swap them into the new carbon subframe, and that should be honestly the last piece before we slide the new subframe in.
Okay.
But we are not gonna do that yet because we have
Brake
some
lines.
brake lines to do.
That should be here literally any day, so.
The distribution block is directly beneath everything, and since we have everything apart, it makes more sense to wait.
I don't think you could even honestly do it with the subframe on, because
it will be really tight.
Yeah.
You might have to remove this. And a couple
So
other.
we have lines coming that are probably going to replace this and this one, and then they go all the way up in here to this block. So I want to do that before we put the subframe on, so that we know we can fit everything. So this is probably going to be where we stop for now, but we'll let him swap this over, and we can maybe even hold this up to the bike so you can kind of get an idea how it's going to look. Look at this, guys. Full carbon subframe with the carbon under tray. Dude, that looks epic. Want to hold it up to the bike?
Yeah, I say, it's tough because...
Oh, that shit's sitting in the way?
Yeah. Let me just kind of hold it.
Look at that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so now you got carbon on freaking carbon, just on carbon everywhere. And we're gonna have carbon brake lines too. Look at that. That's epic. All right, so that's where we're gonna stop for now. We should be getting the entire brake set up literally any day now, and then we can move on with those lines and then get this whole carbon subframe with the carbon under tray on the bike. So huge shout out to Manny from Motomillion for getting us these badass one-of-a-kind parts. If you want parts for your motorcycles, go to motomillion.com, use code Campisi, save yourself some money. If you want to be entered to win this bike, help us support this project, go to patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. Huge shout out and thank you to this guy, Dado. Thank you for your hard work. Big Titty Teens for the unboxing, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.